Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching. This is Risco and Osaka coming at you with some more Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. It's been a while, and apparently we have woohoo! Kronos! Kronos is in the chat. How you doing, yo? We've got a run that we never finished, and I have no idea what was going on with this run or why it's sitting here on continue. Did we lose Isaac last time? Maybe? Did it break out on us? We're gonna finish up this run, and then we're gonna find out what's gonna happen in our next run. Oh God, this was that one. Oh right. No, I totally remember this run, and it didn't crash. It was unwinnable. That was the problem. We took Chaos like late in the game, and it screwed us over, and then we had 9 lives. And 9 lives, we went to Hush, and it didn't work. Right? That run's going away. We're gonna do a different run. Now I remember. Currently sifting through Roar 2 levels in hopes that Dharm radar tower finally drops. Seed is CNSNB613. CNSNB613. Is the radar tower, like, is it bugged? Because you would think that you would have gotten it by now. You've got a lot of time synced into Roar these days. Oh, it's just Butterbean. I thought maybe we'd have wait what? And oh my God, our stats are trash. Like, our stats are garbage. Pretty sure RNG is just that unkind to me. Well, maybe it's because it knows that your life is going well in other areas, and it seeks to balance out. Entropy does that sometimes. Looks for the balance. We can't... I really, like... I mean, bombs? Sure. We do have homing bombs plus scatter bombs. That's not so bad. I saw your tweet about, hi Brain, anytime now. I saw your tweet about drawing people's OCs, and I think that's really, really cool. I just don't have a appropriate OC that I could ask you to draw, unfortunately. But I really like that, and I like the fact that you're getting some fan art too. I think that's really cool. I'm glad that you're in a community that does that. Wah wah. Also, why does it have to be Curse the question mark? It's always Curse the question mark. Give me... It's not what we need. Where was that chest? I know someone who played Roar 2 for more than 60 hours. No more than 60 hours. And managed to swing by it twice. God. That's a painful thing. Something like that happens. Oh, we could become the Lost. Yes, that's just what we need for this run. To become something with no HP that will die in one hit. I think that's what we're looking for. That's gonna send this run over the top. It's not gonna send the run over the top. It's like gacha, but it spends time instead of money. That's cold, but also amusing and hilarious. Man, that just took forever to show up. God, we need to up our damage, and we need to up it soon, because this atrocity is not gonna stand. This is not an atrocity, but it's not a particularly good start. That was a door sound. That wasn't an item sound. Risco, you've got to learn your Foleys. We should do a blindfolded sound check. See if I could identify the different things that are dropping. I think I might be able to do it, to be honest. We probably should go to the No, that's actually really good. Ooh. Oh, but it's a reroll machine. That's no good. We can't get any money out of that. Shaped glass in this game is so good. It's too good. It's absolutely essential. That was my fault. To be honest, oh god. Please go. Kill everything before looking at chat. I think I've had shaped glass, but I don't know. I don't know that I remember what it does. Can you give me a quick primer on what shaped glass does? And why it's so good for a long form run? Because it is escaping me at the moment. Also, run, just either make me explode or put me out of my misery. It's asking so little. Either of those would be good. Lunar item that halves your HP for double damage. Oh my god, that is amazing. Okay, we want... Right, and now these are gonna go in... Oh, shice. Oh, shice. And, oh, no, stay away. Stay away, I'm trapped in poop. God bless it. I'm the lost? Oh, we're fucked. But it's funny, so that's okay. We can fly now, at least. And we have no HP, so all deals with the devil are free. And I think we got a damage and... Oh, wow. We got a damage and tears up. But I don't know... Oh, that's cruel. I don't know if that's because the Lost has these base stats and we automatically get them. Having extras will double that current damage, and the second one will be 4 times. Yeah, that sounds pretty amazing. Third one is 8, fourth is 16. Jeez. It seems like it would be pretty easy to get Macho with that setup. I already have Macho, but still, if you were going for that unlock, the shaped glass would do it for you. Please, spy doors. My run is very, very weak right now. I need you to work with me. Also, curse the question mark again. So that's, that's a thing. We can do this. We can maybe do this. Butterbean doesn't hurt anything. I so rarely go in for lunar items, because there's that one that turns all your health into shields that screwed us up the last time. You'll be chiseling late game bosses like a stone wall. It takes forever. Okay, now, is your explosion gonna reach me? It better not. So you can pick that up in the lunar shop, or you can get it random from a lunar pod, I'm guessing. Everything go away, thank you. That wasn't quite everything, but enough things went away to make our lives a little bit easier. And I appreciate that. You know me, I'm just going out for the easy life. Playing on easy mode. That is not... Hi? That was terrible. Lunar pods randomly drop 1 lunar item. Shop sells all lunar items for 2 coins. Gotta beef up our coin collection. That was an awful run. We need to come back hard from that. Seed is 96GV0WM4, 96GV, 0WM4. Stats are better than they were, which is not saying particularly much. I do like Rotten Baby, except for the fact that Rotten Baby's flies are amazingly lazy. If you use Obelisk to end your run, that gives you 5 lunar coins. Interesting. Also rubber cement, which is also interesting, but not really what we're looking for. Come on, game. You wanna send us through the roof. The roof, the roof. The dog is on the roof. Woof woof. That doesn't sound like roof. That's not a good rhyme. I'm gonna have to work on that one. Also, Rotten Baby, like, could you train your flies a little bit better? I don't think it's asking so much. Your flies are lazy flies. We got this D7, and I don't even remember what the D7 does. I think it's trash tier, but... Oh right, it respawns the enemies, and maybe you get a different reward. That's... not trash tier, but it's not particularly useful either. Maybe it could be, though. A D7 could be good on the chest, in the hopes of getting extra chests. We need a tears up. We need a tears up and we need it now. Stat? Nurse? What are you doing, nurse? We need a tears up. Wah. I could use our bomb, but I need that bomb. Also, I'm the bomb. Meat. Yes, that's our first step. I just did a quick check of chat and didn't even notice I didn't walk into the hole. Okay, everything is going to die slightly more quickly. And really, can we ask for more than that? No, you bastards. That bomb was for the secret room. I don't have an extra bomb to spend. I have a bomb, but it's a baby bomb. Gonna stand on the corner and bellow for friend Tom. I gotta think, I gotta push. I gotta stand on the corner and bellow for mush. Oh no, that's the preceding lyric. I've got my lyrics mixed. What did you give me? Give me a key. I'm not gonna do that room for... It's not worth it. Oh good, more HP. That's exactly what we didn't need. Oh, crumbs. Ah! Fiddle smurfs. For the art thing I posted, I got 3 requests. Hopefully it doesn't multiply when I wake up. You may have opened up a can of self-whoop ass, but if you feel like you can handle it, if anyone can handle it, it's you, right? I have faith. Ah, crumbs. Get away, get away, get away. Thank you. That's a shop. I don't want a shop. Nor do I need a shop. What do I need with your capitalist overtures, game? Shops. We're doing crimes over here. We're doing crimes in a future time. Cops. Crimes in a future time would be existing as yourself and speaking out against fascists. So, I'm pretty okay with those crimes. Of course, in a world where those are crimes, you know, probably, I mean, there might be, you might be looking at death or re-education, which in some senses could be worse than death. I wonder if, oh god, Cult Master will show up miraculously since this is an Isaac stream. That is a possibility, because CMM, as the cool kids call Cult Master Monocle, that's not true. I just call him that. So he does seem to be attracted to fudge, but also porridge. Fudge, porridge, and Isaac streams. So I hope so. I really hope that he's doing well. I don't have a way to contact him. More HP. Oh god, why do you... Game, What did I do to you? Did I skull love your grandma while pouring sugar in your gas tank? It's skull loving these days. We gotta go to the shop. I really need to get a silver heart. Does he know that we're on Twitch? That's a good question. I mean, I put up the video about the new channel introduction and how that was going to affect things like Twitch, but I don't know that anybody watched it. I mean, it has views, but a lot of my videos, people don't watch the entire video, which is fine. People's time is finite, and how they use their time is up to them, but it does mean that certain details, like the fact that we're on Twitch, this was terrible, may go unnoticed. Well, that could have been a worse spill. It could have been a tears down, and then we would have been really fun. I think Marky Bello knows that we're on Twitch at least. I had gotten a couple of messages on YouTube a bit back about how people weren't getting notifications for streams, and they didn't realize that we're on Twitch, so that's the thing. Give me something good. That is vaguely good. Isn't Marky busy with his LBP stuff right now? As far as I know, he is. He's got that big old level that he's doing, and needed to make into a split level. Oh, come on. That was totally my fault. I have no right to complain. Thanks for the money, those suckers. Maybe we could get the D7 to work for us. I don't really get it yet, but it seems doable. Actually, I looked at my unlisted stage 1 footage earlier today, and what the hell, it's crazy? When you say crazy, what's going on? Because I kind of want to know. Oh no, God no. No super magnet. We don't want to end this run early, like we ended the last one. And super magnet would be a really good way to do that. It just floats so well just from watching it. Your unlisted stage 1 footage. Now I want to... Do you have that posted up somewhere? Because I'd really love to see that. Kinda hard to believe that I managed it somehow. But, we're gonna get your self-confidence up, if it's the last thing that we do. Sticky bombs. Of course, it's sticky bombs. I think I post the links to Twitter. Like recently or sometime in the distant past. Oh! Plus budget. And we're larger. That helps. And we're teleporting. That super helps. We need that. I think we're also gonna go for one more Spirit Heart. Right, you can't bounce bombs with bouncy stuff. A couple months ago, I imagine, this was before Stage 2 start existed. So, I guess I should have seen it. Was that the one where you were showing a little bit of the behind-the-scenes stuff? Because it's question marks. Of course it is. Because I did see that video, and that was a really cool one. 48-hour energy. I don't need 48-hour energy, I just need 8-hour energy. Forget me now. It's better than D7, I guess? It's gonna do terrible things to our runtime, but that's okay. That one technically counts, but I had one where it was just a one-to-one playthrough of the whole thing. I wonder if I mean, I must have seen it. We have so little chance to deal with the devil, it makes me very sad. I am sad. I think we use the Forget-Me-Now as soon as we beat the bosses. That's probably the best course of action.
I'm drowsy.
I'm drowsy. You and me both, game. You and me both. I can't use your 48-hour energy. This is a one-shot item. Waha. Waha. Oh, well done, Yusro. Why would you do that? What compelled you to stand directly in the way of the enemy? I'm foolish. Ooh, how do we get there? I think a bomb here should do it. Okay, that's one half of the equation. But we're not quite there yet. Not useful, game. You're supposed to give me, like, Steven? Would be good. I would like Steven. I think it's asking very little. Steven is far more common in Afterbirth Plus than it ever was in Rebirth. I put my radar scanner into an equipment drone. Now I kind of don't want to play anymore. Well, won't the drone just keep using the scanner? Or is it that you wanted something better in there? We so need a tears up. We are getting just swamped and lambasted. That is a tears up. All right, maybe this is how we move. This could be how we do it. I assure you, this is how we do it. All right, what do you got for me? No, that's not what we're looking for. I need you to stand up. Jesus, juice. Jesus. It'll just die. Drones can't survive late game. Oh, that's a shame. Well, you'll just have to quit. I mean, there's no other options really. Damn it. I don't find drones to be particularly useful in this game. They're certainly not as good as they were in Risk of Rain 1. Risk of Rain 1, drones just ate things alive. Now, late game, you did have to pay to repair them quite often, but you could get tons of mileage out of drones in Roar 1. That's not what we need. We have no desire to fight Mega Satan with the stats that we have. That would be some form of madness. Not the cool kind either. Not the made-for-TV kind of madness where it just makes you sexy. This would be like the actual kind of madness that's really grinding and painful. I don't need jumper cables. I don't need... Oh, I do need this. Yes. Jar of Flies, you are gonna win the game for me. We're not gonna have to do anything but kill 20 enemies a pop. Rico, why? Why Why would you do that? Is this some kind of bottom thing? Oh, just please, no more. It's asking so very little for you to just die. Yosh! Oh my god! Oh no, not oh my god. There's only one thing that we want, and it's dead dove. Eucharist is not what we're looking for. And I don't really care about angel rooms, so you can actually repair them in Roar 2 now after the Skills 2 update. That's a good thing to know, because my drones just keep disappearing. And it makes me sad. I am sad. And who wants Risco to be sad? Cruel people. People with hate in their hearts. And also in their kidneys. But mostly in the heartular area. That's totally a medical term, by the way. I mean, I didn't just make it up right now on the spot. Maybe I did. I might have done. Now that I think about it, there's like a really solid chance that that's not a medical term. Why can't people be cruel somewhere else? Like in the pancreas or something? I know, right? The pancreas is easily removed. Heart? Not so much. I mean, you could totally remove a heart, but I mean, you can't really expect to do much afterwards. Unless you're the doctor and not the patient. If you're the doctor, then you're good to go, basically. When Spider Zombie asks, "Are you ready to go?" You can be like, "Totally, dude. I'm absolutely ready to go. Let's get this thing on the road." And then Spider Zombie would say, "Jesus saves at Menards," and everybody who's not from Wisconsin would be like, "What the hell?" This room. Oh! Yeah, fine. I didn't need that spirit heart. That spirit heart was bunk. It was a fakey spirit heart. You know the type. Sitting there looking all good and pretty, but actually is like, "I'm not a spirit heart." Liver. What am I gonna do with liver? Sure. See if I care. I don't care. Then all of a sudden it rips off its mask and it's actually some kind of secret double operative agent.
Down.
Thank you for the health down. I had too much health, honestly. I was thinking to myself just a moment ago, what am I going to do about all this health? What do I need with this health for? And then I thought maybe I could take drugs and get rid of this health. And everything was okay. Oh, of course. Why not be greed? Just, you know, greed it up. Still pick your pockets. We have... There's no exit strategy for this run. There's no skill or finesse that's gonna make this run okay. But it could be worse. I could have a 19 tier stat. Which has happened before. And it totally sucked. Blar! No, but really, Gertie, tell us what you actually think. Tell us how you actually feel. Oh, that sucked. Whatever. I didn't need that deal with the devil anyway. Cool kids don't need the devil. Also officially not cool to me. It took me just now to realize, but this game really likes giant stone ring aesthetic. A clay Templar killed you? Are those the dudes with the miniguns? God bless it. Because those guys look pretty badass, but they're not actually. Badass is the thing. They're all show no go. So if you got killed by one, I am actually frankly shocked. Yep, and the one was malachite, so my leeching seeds were null. Oh, leeching seeds don't work on malachites. I didn't know that. See, you learn a new thing every day if you just keep your ears open. Oh, we're definitely skipping ahead. As much as it probably would help to actually go to the item room, I just want to be moving on with my life. Oh, right. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, I guess Sleepy Risco streams are the best streams, right? Steven. Oh. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Malachites cancel all healing effects if you get hurt by any of their attacks. Oh god. That... I think we got killified by a Malachite in one of our runs. And we couldn't figure out how it did so much damage so quickly. But apparently that's how it goes. That's just the thing. So that's good to know. Please, Ichido-san. I would like a silver heart. Silver heart. Silver heart. It's Christmas time for Isaac. Ring-a-ling. Hear them ring. Fuck! Did that happen? They only show up during ha 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 difficulty. I have had a run that's gone that far, but I don't think I have on stream. So... I could have sworn, though, that we had a... God bless it. Okay, let's go stop. You don't have to show off how sleepy you might be. It's unbecoming of a modern lady. As are denim blue jeans, one should know. Even, or perhaps especially, if they're being worn by Bruce Springsteen. Just saying. I don't make these rules. Oh, it's a pretty fly. Okay. That should help with some of our suck. But not apparently enough of it. I saw a tweet by somebody saying that you should go to sleep as soon as you feel sleepy. And I'd like to know what world they live in where that is actually a viable option. Oh, we're Beelzebub. That will certainly save us. Stop with the damage. Let's go stop. Really though. This is not... There's no spinning this. You're playing bad. Why do I pick up the money? I don't need this money. Chaos? Fuck it, why not? We got 99 coins. Yeah, we'll take a halo. Betrayer is trash. Like, actual trash. We'll definitely take Little Brimstone, because, you know, it's cool. Guppy's Paw? Sure. I'd be happy to gup up. We don't want to keep Guppy's Paw, so... I think Chaos showed up too late to help us, really. But maybe also too late to hurt us. Ring-a-ling. Hear them ring. Soon it will be Guppy's day. This is some kind of form of hell, that's for sure. Well played, Risco. Well played. Small rock! It's not a small rock. East Chicago is not Chicago. East Chicago is not Chicago. Man drives a plane into the Chrysler building. Man. What? Satan! What did I do? Why are you so angry, Satan?
Question marks?
Question mark?
Are you a wizard?
What if we question Marks and Spencer's? That seems like a much better option for us. I'm just thinking. Alright. We automatically win. I'm not saying how. That's gonna be the surprise, but... But it's happening. It's happening here. There's trouble in River City, and that starts with a T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. That stands for pool. I can't remember the proposed solution to pool, so... Wasn't it, like, everybody had to do a town parade? I feel like that was the thing. Oh, fudge. Hold on a second here. My fault. Don't worry about the blue screen. That was me. I mean, Satan usually gets blamed for a lot of stuff that most likely beyond their control. He'd probably be pissed as well. Yeah, you know, that's a good way to look at it. I should be more considerate towards Satan's feelings. Satan's not just there for me. I gotta be there for Satan. Because that's what friends are for. Please be cool. That's cool-esque. Alright, we got 2 pieces of guppy. It's probably the last piece of guppy that we'll get. But...
Hematemesis.
Oh, that's up. Pretty fly is awesome.
Fly.
Alright. Gup us up. It's time to gup up or shut up. Woody Harrelson. Whenever I see the phrase, "it stinks," I just think of that MST3K episode, Pod People. And I should watch MST3K again and see if it holds up. I think it should, but the humor is probably fairly dated. I am noticing, by the way, that we are just not getting a boss room. And that seems, you know, kind of uncouth. The unwashed masses might be okay with no boss room. But I am washed. Freshly laundered, in fact. I just got out of a bank account in the Cayman Islands. Not the Raymond Islands, but mostly because I didn't think of that joke until, like, right now, so, you know, it happens. Oh, thank God! My brain cannot take more of this. What is this? Also, I don't know why our rotten baby is not making 2 flies. Because we could get flies. Oh, Trumpy, you can do amazing things. Though I think if I was going to push anybody to watch MST3K, as much as I love the Joel season of MST3K, which is up until halfway through season 5, I think, I do think that the Giant Spider Invasion in episode 8-10 with Mike is a classic, and it also takes place in Wisconsin. So, you get a lot of practice jokes, which probably only good if you're from Wisconsin or have spent time in Wisconsin, but it's very amusing to me. And really, what more do we want in life than making sure that Risco is amused? Probably nothing. Blar, give me something cool, cause we got chaos. It's Totes not gonna screw us over like last time. I will say Totes. I'll say it and I'll say it again, but I will not say yeet. But that's mostly because I don't really get what yeet is. And I can't imagine the word ever unironically coming out of my mouth. Oh, you gave us dog food. How about a big fuck you? I'm just saying. Chaos, yo. Why are you giving us dog food for chaos? There's nothing inherently chaotic about dog food. In fact, it's probably anti-chaos. My boss, he's got a knife. A statement from his former life. He was easy, but alone. Beside him was an empty throne, but what? A silver silken blade. 60 days his features stayed. Grasps the handle, grips the cable. One steps up at his table. My friend, he's got a knife. My friend, he's got a wife. My friend, the clever ruse. Persuasion through his thoughts bruise. A hidden relic from his past. It wasn't there when he was last. He feels it ticking like a bomb. Feeding fear, assaulting calm. Takes the object, starts the game, moves it closer to the flame. My friend, he's got a knife. My friend, he's got a knife. Look, I used to listen to Fish. It is a shameful admission, I know, but they were the only live act that consistently came to upstate New York, so... Luck up? Don't mind if I do. Just let me fight, Isaac. I think it's asking very little. Being that Isaac is the boss of this floor, should be showing up any moment now. Hey, Metemesis. Hey, Metemesis! Don't make me get out the Japanese blood drive poster. It's a terrible poster. Probably we shouldn't have sexy blood drive Chan encouraging her senpai to go give blood, but I'm just saying, it seems kind of not right. Expect Oh, a battery. Whatever will I do with that? How about jack and or shit? Just saying. Battery's not useful to me. Nor is our complete lack of Isaac. Really, game? That's how you want to play it? Oh, come on. Really? This was Toad's Isaac's room. I don't know what they're thinking, to be honest. I don't even know if they are thinking. This could be some kind of automated process? A Skynet sub-function? This license plate says, why, Bart, why? No, that's just German for why, Bart, why? Come on, dude, you gotta stand up. I zoned out and didn't notice that he stood up. Damage. What do I care for your damage? You're mad. Mad about Paul Reiser. Alright, let's do this. No, we're gonna get this crap item from our crap guy here. And then we're gonna re-roll it. Because re-rolling is just how we roll. Garbage. Garbage. Nande. Nande! Oh, but I think we better do this room. Honestly. Now, I would have sworn that yep, there it is. Cool. Also, I would have sworn that I'm only happy when it rains. Except, it's raining today. Actually pretty hard. And I'm not happy about that. Come on. Cough it up. Coughing, coughing. Expectus. Oh, useless items. Good to know. Alright, let's destroy Isaac first. That, I believe, is the key. It's a peace through destruction type of method. Is the thing. Isaac. Isaac. Wake up, sleepyhead. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you sleeping? I keep forgetting about the time zone difference. It is so wonderful serving on the Ishimura. I'm so glad that you pushed me to do it. Confirmed. Isaac. Killed. Why do I want to say Becky? There's no Becky in Dead Space. There are exactly 0 Beckys. It's not Nancy. There is now. Fair enough. I mean, I guess that's how it works. Laguman, nobody needs your special sauce. I'm just saying. Eggman thinks it's so cool. You can just throw its special sauce all over the gate, but I'm going with no. Slab bombs. Well, and we could use them against Almbo. We never got to turn into Guppy. We might actually just die if we're not way more careful. Nicole Brennan. That was Isaac's girlfriend. Dudes, I totally got a girlfriend. She lives in Canada though, so you can't meet her. Her name's, Nicole. Yeah, you gotta believe me, her dad's really rich, and he wants me to take over his company. No? Come on. We can do this. Scatter bombs are awesome, because we got the sand bombs. Umberkin, yo! Oh my god, I can completely discern the differences in colors. I thought the purple of Umberkin was the blue of Kronos. Oh, potato peeler. Give me little meat men. Becky is canon now. I think it's fair. I mean, she's at least as cool as Nicole. We're also gonna die? Spooky is more reddish to me. Spooky on my end is a purple-blue, and Umberkin, you are a blue-purple. So it's kind of a thing. The hell is no. I'm glad that you could drop in. I'm sorry it took me so long to realize that you had dropped in. My brain is kind of a bit frazzled right now. But as per usual, we've been up since 4 in the morning. And that's pretty good for brain frazzling, all things considered. Like, if you really want to muck up your brain, Being awake this long and working really, really hard, excellent ways to do it. Let me tell you. From experience. I do think that Becky would make a better, better girlfriend for Isaac Clarke than Nicole. I can't see Becky getting eaten by necromorphs. I think she'd have more class. She'd go out fighting. She'd be like, necromorph, what? My mom is Roseanne Barr, so that's just a slap in the face. Hi, yo, how you doing? It's a pleasure as always to see you. I caught you coming in at least. Alright, so apparently Twitch for me has the blues, because as we mentioned, Chronos on my end is a purplish blue, Umberkin is a bluish purple, and Hive is a straight up blue. Like just a pure blue. So apparently Twitch was doing the yearly Are You Colorblind test, and I am losing. I'm failing this test. Unless success would be you are colorblind. In which case I'm totally passing this test with flying colors. That I realized only after I said it sounded stupid. Alright, we got our butts saved by pretty flat. But also we got our butts saved by PtaER. We would have straight up died. We could still die. I had sad bombs and I didn't use them even once. What is wrong with me? Oh, thank God. I am blue for sure. Everyone got eaten by necromorphs. Some people went down fighting, you know. Becky was the original protagonist before Isaac killed her. Now they're just disappointed bombs. Hive, I saw your post in Kazi's Discord, and yeah, I can understand feeling pretty blue about that. The world can definitely be shite sometimes, but we're gonna carve out a little ray of sunlight, perhaps magnified through rage, but mostly sunlight. I'm gonna take a really quick break, and I'm gonna take very cold water, and I'm gonna put it right on my face so that I actually wake up. But we'll be right back. Give me 2 min. And we're back. Water has been applied directly to face. I think it worked. Maybe. Okay, so like the Brother Moons awoke and ventured back to Earth. In the meantime, the Unitologists did a coup and took over Earth Gov, so no one would bother even fighting the Necromorphs. Not that they stood much of a chance against a ton of sentient moons. Becky could have definitely stopped the moons. She would have been like, "Oi, moons!" And she would have shook her fist at them. And then she would have taken a cigarette and she would put it right in the moon's eyeball. It'd be a really big cigarette. I already have a very strong mental image of Becky. Oh, seed is, by the way, anybody playing at home, XLRP B7N7, XLRP B7N7. This is the PS4 version, so that seed will not give you the same results on a PC. Keep that in mind. We have excellent stats to start, so hopefully that's gonna mean we're not gonna have a sloggy run. We've got an awesome looking haircut, and that can mean the world. We don't have really great health, and that's problematic. Also, kidney bean. Like, they're both trash, so I guess we stick with the kidney bean. We can imagine that we are making chili, for which kidney beans are remarkably important. Alright, I'm vaguely awake now. Isaac stopped the moon single-handedly, to be fair. He was just marooned on Tau Valente or whatever the planet was called. Wait, did Isaac stop the moon? I have only vague memories of Dead Space 3, and they're mostly from the co-op, which was admittedly pretty awesome, and frankly was everything that Dead Space 3 should have been, except without the microtransactions. That should have been gone. Yosh. Now would be a good time to say I've played 4 Dead Space games and not finished a single one. Oh, Becky would have definitely stopped them all. There's no shame in not finishing the Dead Space games if they were not kicking it for you. I did get through 1, 2, and 3. I never played the... What was it? Was it like a Wii exclusive, wasn't it? Dead Space Extraction, I think it was called. I never played that one. I loved Dead Space 1. I really loved Dead Space 2. And to me, I think that they very much occupy a niche of Alien versus Aliens. Movies-wise, not just Xenomorphs. But also Xenomorphs, because that's what they call them. I hate finished Dead Space 3. I really didn't get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Excuse me, but what hit me? Thank you. Nothing hit me. But we popped the black heart, so everything died. Yeah, it did not work for me, Dead Space 3. I felt like they went the most boring route that they could. I hated the love triangle with a deep and utter loathing. I really hated Captain Boyfriend, who turned out to be working with Simon Templeton, I think. It's been a while. I'm actually remembering more than I've expected, though. I hated that they changed Ellie's character model so that not only did she have different colored eyes, which was cool, because one of them was a cheap, like, replacement, but she also had ginormous bazongas, which I guess would have been okay if she had ginormous bazongas in the first game, but didn't really make a lot of sense in the first game. In the second game that she showed up. Wait, her name was Ellie, right? Yes, it was Ellie. Damn it! Visco, please. We finally got a good start. There's no reason to throw it away like this. Alright, I should probably kill all these flies before I look at what's going on there. Let me kill all these flies, and I will look at what's going on there. I played Dead Space. Wait. Dead Space Extraction, Dead Space 2. The movie, that love triangle was a thing. It was a terrible thing. It was Ellie, good. And she was done dirty. I like how you played Dead Space apparently twice and counted them as separate games. I gotta check, Halloween did a Doctor's Remote? Yeah, that works. Halloween did a Dead Space 3 play, didn't he? I can't imagine him not. I should watch that again. So I can relive all of his unenjoyment of the game. Thereby meaning that I never have to suffer through it myself. Now, if we could get... even HP up would be fine. Just so that we could pay for the deal with the devil. I would be 100% defos okay with that. Yes, Dead Space. My favorite Dead Space of Dead Space. There were 2 Dead Space games called Dead Space? We did not get HP. Oh my god, game, why do you hate me? You are so cruel. Your cruelty knows no bounds, game. Fine. Dead Space 2, and co-op Dead Space 3. Oh, that's about... Brain! Are you gonna work tonight at all? That's about Halloween. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't have the time to watch Let's Plays anymore, though. That's really the shame of it. I just... even watching a Gymquisition, and I love Gymquisition, but I can usually only squeeze in like 3/4 before I have to go to work. And that's if I'm not watching a stream. Where are these shots coming from? These are like Lee Harvey Oswald shots going on here. I almost said Mark David Chapman shots, and that wouldn't make any sense at all. I mean, it would have made sense, but not the sense that I wanted to make, is the thing that we're going for here. The game just wants me to improve. The game should know that this is my relax time. I've got 3,000 freaking hours in Isaac. I shouldn't need to improve anymore. I should just be able to zen this. Actually, yeah, I think I do have 3,000 hours in Isaac. Now that I put it like that. Because there's 2,000 plus just on PC. I've had Isaac on Switch, on PS4, 2 versions on PS4. The J-side version and the US side version, because the J-side version never got Afterbirth Plus. Also is glitched so that you can't platinum the game. But that's okay, because the US version is glitched so that you can't get 100% trophies, so, you know, that's the thing. I just want to relax, it's been a whole day. It's been like a whole set of days. I had to ride home in the relatively heavy rain. I was looking very much like unto a drowned squirrel by the time I got here. And that sucked. Also, work was like kind of low-key creepy today. But not the good kind of low-key creepy like when you're in a haunted house, but the kind of low-key creepy where like you're kind of wondering about the situation that you're in. And the skin that you're in. But that's kind of an everyday thing. I told this story on Twitch. Let me pause this so I can see chat first. I'm so sad about the direction Feared 3 took, but watching Halloween 4545 and Kilka suffer through it made it easier. I'm gonna have to watch that too. On PC, I watched Inquisition at 2 times speed? Haley Joel Osment shots. That sounds like something that a bar would serve. It'd be some kind of modified Shirley Temple, I think. Can I buy it? Yes! We will now have Doctor's remote shots every room, and that's cool. Speaking of squirrels, guess who bought all the Squirrel Girl that is available on Australian Comixology? Oh my god, I am so jealous. Like, honestly, I am super jealous. I've read through chunks of Squirrel Girl, but I haven't been able to ever sit down at once and just binge through all of it. And I don't think I've ever read it in order, just random. But what I have read, I have definitely loved. And strangely enough, wasn't on my mind when thinking about my name, so that was a much later realization. Do we like... I think we like Book of Sin more than we like Doctor's Remote. Sigh! Yo! $3 a volume on sale, could not do it. Hive, I am super jealous. I hope you enjoy the living hell out of that. I know what PtaER is. It's an anime? Is it about firefighters? But not the firefighter anime that's by the dude that did... Hi, Brain. Not Dead Souls. Soul Eater. Thank you. Sometimes the brain hooks me up. It's not often, but sometimes it does. This run does not want me to be good. Also, I totally didn't notice that this is a boss trap room, so that's good. We could spend 5 minutes together just killing Mega Fatty. Blar. Please, Mega Maw. I have no energy crystals. Okay, that was just me being bad. I own that. I accept that. It's about firefighters, and my friend has told me it does have a similar setup to Fire Force, but it diverges. Okay, that's cool. I love the look of Fire Force, and I was watching it, and then it got postponed because of the Kyoto animation fire, the animation studio fire, and I got really super busy because of work. Well, not super busy, but like functional time got cut down a lot, and then I never picked it back up again. Fire Force is a grand old time. I like that our main character has fire feet. That's like his gig. What can you do? I can set my feet on fire, and it makes me run fast and kick. Like, I'm down with that. I'm absolutely 100% down with that. How is Kyoani? I honestly don't know. Recently, basically 99% of my news comes from Twitter, because that's about all I have time for. And if people aren't talking about it in my timeline, I have no idea. Well, not 99% of my news, let's say 80%, because the other 20% comes from y'all and Kazi's Discord. So, that's kind of a thing. Fire Force gets worse the longer it goes on. Oh, yeah. Fire Force getting worse the longer it goes on doesn't necessarily surprise me, because I kind of felt like Soul Eater did as well. Soul Eater, at least in the manga form, just really wore out its welcome for me. But I tend to get that way with any manga that's gone over 20 volumes. And if it can't find a way to wrap up, I find it really hard to continue. PtaER is a story, but it has a story, but the story isn't important other than it's anti-fascist. I'm pretty down with anti-fascist stories. Basically at any time in my life, but especially right now, so... Now, is it a movie or is it a series? Because if it's a movie, I don't know why I'm pronouncing it like that. If it's a movie, then it's something I could kind of carve the time out to watch. If it's a series, it's a much harder proposition. The Soul Eater anime was apparently toned down, the Fire Force one wasn't. I've never watched the Soul Eater anime, and the shameful thing is that a bartender friend of mine loaned me Soul Eater years ago, completely forgot to pick it back up, then closed the bar, so I can't find him anymore. And I've had this collection of Soul Eater sitting on my bedside table, because I've only got so much space to put things in my house, and I still haven't sat down and watched this stupid thing. It doesn't help though that for some reason it's a US version. My bartender is not American, is not even an English speaker, but that means that I can only watch it on the computer and not on my PS4, because it's DVD, not Blu-ray. Also, Chibitsuno, you are the cutest boss, but I need you to just not anymore. I want to check out. Though there are incidents where people are threatening to burn other places like Square Enix and Studio Kata, and it's very frustrating to hear. Yeah. Like has reference to KLK and PTGL, and his music lifted directly from Xenoblade X that has the same composer. PtaER is a movie, by the way. Soul Eater is basically mine now. If it features Kamina, but the main beef boy looks like an AU version of Kamina. No it's not. PS4 is region free for Blu-rays, because the PS4 game discs are Blu-rays. I mean, as far as I know I've watched US side Blu-rays on my PS4. And I've definitely played US side. Hi, decent. That's, I mean, just run right into the hand. I know I've played US side PS4 games on my PS4. So I think, unless I'm crazy, Which, honestly, is not necessarily a wrong answer. God damn it, Krampus. Krampus, you do nothing for me. I am not excited by your existence. You're just there to give me a dead item. And maybe lump of coal? Probably just trash. Lump of coal. Japan and US are also the same arbitrary Blu-ray region. Ah, gotcha. Are they region A Blu-rays or are they region all Blu-rays? That is more than I could answer, Hive. Their region works in my PS4, unfortunately. Your girl, she is not particularly tech savvy. And by not particularly tech savvy, I mean not tech savvy at all. Although I can, if necessary, change the clock on a VHS, and by VHS I mean a VCR, which is a skill that is really useful since they don't actually make VCRs anymore, so, you know, that's the thing. God bless it. God bless it, really though. One day I'll give you an Australian and specifically region B Blu-ray, and you can just test for yourself. I would be more than willing to run that test. And that's not even being snarky. I'd love to find out something new. If you could find a Australian version of The Ugly, preferably for under $2, then I would be absolutely willing to test that out. Because every now and then I'm kind of convinced that I hallucinated that movie, even though I know that it does exist. I was watching a lot of stuff at that time, so it seems perfectly reasonable that it might not be an actual movie, but I'm pretty sure that it is. I think I watched The Ugly on a double bill with Luther the Geek. That sounds about right. Thank you, Bookworm. You may have saved my bacon. Actually, what I can do is test my Criterion Collection Del Toro Trilogy Blu-rays. Criterion Collection Blu-rays are definitely locked to region A. Well, there you go. Guess you don't need me. I'm just gonna go over here in the corner and lose my religion. I'll need a time machine for that, but luckily I keep one in the corner. I'm afraid to use it because it might cause paradox, but you know, every now and then I think we could have totally made money betting against the Bills. No, that's not what I think at all. But we could have totally made money betting against the Bills. I don't know how many bookies would have been okay taking a bet from a junior high school student, but I mean, surely there are a few bookies out there who are, shall we say, morally ambiguous? They would have taken that bet. Oh, do we fight Mom? I mean, we're gonna have to kill the moms, but are we really strong enough? Hell with it, let's shoot for the moon. And if we miss, we can just float in the void of space forever. Also, this is totally not the depths, part 2. Good to know. I am, like, many minutes behind schedule for Boss Rush. And I have mom's underwear. That's great. These are US Criterion Collection Blu-rays, not UK ones. Okay. Time travel is confirmed safe by scientists who perform science in science labs. Damn, that's really good to know, because I got a lot of things to say to past me. Some of them might involve a rock. The rock is going to be a teaching point. Quite possibly Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but most likely just a stone that I pick up from the yard. I've always been particularly hard-headed, and not very good at listening to advice. Although really, you know, if you introduce such a major change so far back in one's life, the daisy chain of causality gets pretty well defined. I might not be me anymore, and I don't know how I feel about that. Would I trade happiness and lack of dysphoria for an erasure of the self? It's a bit of a Faustian bargain, and I don't really have a good answer to that. Risu, we were all time travelers traveling at 1 second per second. That's very deep. I like that, Hive. But it's a funny kind of time travel that can only go in one direction. A chilling revelation in my travels is that a minute passes every 60 seconds. My god. You have to present these findings. The international time travel community needs to know. You might end up in a bad movie about time travel starring that dude from the 70s show that everybody likes even though it's bad. Oh, that's definitely Ashton Kutcher. Isn't there a time travel movie involving Sherlock Holmes? That one is definitely a hallucination, right? Like, that one is just purely dreamed up. I want to say it's called It's About Time. And there's a time-traveling Jack the Ripper, too. No, this is a real movie. I'm not crazy on this particular point. God damn you, Greed. Just really. You think you're so cool, busting up here with your diamond skin, and you're all like, you can't hurt me, I got the perfect shield. And then we're all like, yeah, but what if we turn your diamond into carbon, bitch? And he's like, oh no, look at me, I'm gonna, I don't know, mind control your Chinese stereotype friend, watch out. It's just a whole thing. Oh wait, that's different Greed, never mind. Got my Greeds mixed up. Happens all the time. Ah. Spiders? Really? Does anyone love you? I've got nowhere to go with that bit, so it's just gonna sit there and die. And I'm okay with that. We are so behind schedule for any of the specialty fights, really. Oh no, whatever will we do? We won't have the option to fight Hush. Gosh. What has my life become? Woohoo! You're so sad about saying woohoo. It's like a Blink-182 song, but played at half speed on a handful of Quaaludes. Wait, is that Blink-182? No, it's Blur. Blur did song 2. Blink 182 did... absolutely nothing I can remember, so... Oh shit, we got Pyromaniac. What are we worried about getting stepped on? Come on, Mom. Step on me. I dare ya. Well, we do have, 9 lives. I guess we go for Guppy's tail. Woohoo! I'm tempted to buy Control and run it in 720p on my laptop. Like, everything I've heard about Control intrigues me. Except for the boss fights, they sound like they're ass. But like anything I've read about it has been, the story's really awesome. There's a lot of cool world building. It seems like it's something that should be up my alley, but I remember that y'all were telling me about the FPS problems. And I don't know if that would be good for a stream. We all know I can't play games anymore unless I'm streaming them, so... Which is not true. I have been playing Borderlands 3 off stream. There's a reason for that. I don't trust Randy Pitchford, and I'd like to have a good sense of what's going on in Borderlands 3 before I commit to a stream for it, so that we don't get to some place where I'm like, wow, that's really shit, and then have to just stop. I did immediately sell the specialty shield that you get from Moxie that I don't even know how I got. It was just in my inventory. Because, haha, not really funny, actually. I have been enjoying more than I expected to Borderlands 3. I kind of wish that they would de-emphasize Lilith, but that's because I kind of sort of have grown to hate Lilith over the course of the series, so... Having Marcus's narration at the beginning be like, Lilith, savior of Pandora, countless times over, when, like, okay, they don't mention any of the other Vault Hunters at all? Like, not by name. They mention that there are other Vault Hunters, but just, like, no mention of what they do. And, Lilith kind of basically almost fucks Pandora twice in 2 games, which is, you know, it's a pretty good track record. But, like, game qua game, I'm actually kind of having a good time with it. I like Reese, even though they didn't get, it was Easy Bake that did Reese, right? The original voice. Whoever the non-Easy Bake that they got to do Reese, sounds fine. Claptrap doesn't talk very much, which is good, because I kind of hate Claptrap too. So any not talking by Claptrap is fine, so I don't really notice the change in voice actors. Zero is back. For a fairly sizable amount. Maya is back. Also for a decently sized amount. Although Maya's homeworld is like super shit pseudo-Asian monastery and is probably the most boring design direction that you could go for that type of thing. I didn't like that. Although, I'm trying to decide if it's more or less gross that the pseudo-Asian, pseudo-Buddhist Tibetan monk monastery is completely populated by pseudo-Europeans. Zero periodically talks in haiku. Usually, like, important points and finishing statements, Zero will do in haiku. But we'll also talk in, like, full sentences. Unless my number counting is my number counting. Unless my ability to count syllables is completely fucked. Which it very well might be. syllables always seem fairly arbitrary to me anyways, so... Or syllablas, as they're called by the erudite. Nobody calls them that, by the way. Not even me. Not even for a joke. Okay, I did say it just now for a joke, but... Could you, anytime now? Like, it'd be really cool if you just died. You are the most boring boss who's not Hush or the board. Please, could you show me your bright red keister? I would like to see your love hole. I'm never gonna say that again. Just was kind of testing that one out, and yeah, just doesn't scream me. No, just any time now. For reals. Like we could do this all day, but I'd rather not do this all day. So let's. God. Just show us your bomb. It's beautiful. Just like Dick Cheney's wings. Gosh. I still haven't seen Gage in Borderlands 3. Also, we haven't yet seen Salvador or really forgettable white guy. I never played him. He's got the turrets. Anyways, they haven't shown up. None of the Borderlands 1 Vault Hunters have shown up except for Lilith. Well, granted, Roland's dead, so, you know, that takes him out of the equation. Haven't seen Tiny Tina either. And I'm on chapter 12. I don't know how many chapters there are in the game. I would be a little surprised if they went the entire game without even a reference to Tiny Tina. God damn it. Stay back. I really want this deal with the devil. Oh, you fuck. Stay back. I really want to keep these two hearts. I imagine Tina's making friends with Krieg or something. I've got the cutest little bit of fan art of Tina and Krieg making friends. No, it's not Tina and Krieg making friends. Yusko, why are you so dumb? It's Gage and Krieg. She's got the robot arm. I think when I first saw it, I thought it was an aged up Tiny Tina, but it's definitely a Gage. So, also, shitty dodge? I was gonna say nice dodge, but then I fucked it, so, you know, that's the thing. Just Tina talking explosives, and then Krieg just yells poop train lines. Speaking of explosives, one thing they do in Borderlands 3 now is that you can get emails from gun companies when you kill 100 enemies with their guns. You get them every time you kill 100 enemies with their guns. And they'll give you a free gun with that. And the Torg emails are pretty chef's kiss. They're very much Torg. I'll have to write down some of the dialogue and maybe read it out the next time we do a stream. There is a bit where Torg mentions that we have to forgive his grandma. She's from a different, less enlightened time. I also got an email from Jacobs that was kind of passive-aggressive and creepy. But I picked up a Torg shotgun pretty early on, and it is so amazing that I haven't really needed to swap it out on the regular until relatively recently. I think that they improved accuracy with Torg, because I can actually hit things for once. BL3 is fun if you like the series. It's essentially just more of the same, just ramped up. I think that's a pretty good way to look at it. Like, it's not really going for much more than what's been done. I'm kind of growing to be fond of the main villains because they're basically like Logan Paul style streamers, and that's amusing. Although like that kind of skewering from a company that gets tons of free advertisement from like over-the-top streamers and asshole streamers it kind of takes the teeth out of the satire a little bit. But they definitely have grown on me as the game has progressed. I like the fact that we have no Scooter, because Scooter is ultimately really kind of gross. Haven't seen Dr. Zed, which is kind of weird. Canis has kind of taken Dr. Zed's position. Canis is still an absolutely broken person, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Although, like, story-wise, she's got every reason to be a completely broken person, but, like, haha, I'm mentally ill, so I can't really function around people is less and less an amusing take. Certainly far less than the first time she showed up. Oh, why do you need to be on the other side of the bloody poop? And here, bloody poop means actually bloody poop. Tor guns are good now. You also get to meet Sir Hammerlock's boyfriend, which is cute, and they're a cute couple. I hope I'm not coming off as pushing Borderlands 3. It's not a game that I would say you've got to go out and get. If it's something that you feel like you'd like, or get it used. That's how I got mine, because I found out the J-Side version had full English support. But if it's not something that you're in the mood for, I wouldn't say to spend your time on it. Yes, Mom? I've only got one heart left, so if you could maybe just not kill me, I would really like that a lot. I mean, I know it's a big ask, but I hate these. I always screw up these shots. Stop! The main villains grow on you. It's just very fucking heavy-handed right out the gate. It super is. I think it's the biggest downfall on the first act. Is so heavy-handed with its meme humor and bad writing and everything. Also, F's in the chat for Scooter dying in Tales of the Borderlands. And he did give us lots of cars. We are in trouble, basically. Most definitely not getting it. Just figure since Borderlands 2 kind of turned out to be a nothing game to me, and it's more the same, I can feel safe in not picking it up. I think Borderlands 3, and I'm just thinking if anything in the game that came out recently will ever top the Bloodshot Ramparts in Borderlands 2. Bloodshot Ramparts is definitely a high point. Also, we really need one more heart, because otherwise we're gonna die. And we're gonna die 8 times. And everybody's gonna laugh. We're all gonna laugh at you. Do we try? Let's do it. Goathead also means that we might get Guppy. Might. Heavy emphasis on the might. Alright, if I don't look at chat for a bit, it's because I'm really underpowered for this fight, and that means dodging, and Disco's not great at dodging, so If I could summon the spirit of Kronos to take control of my controller, that would be cool. Because we are otherwise screwed. Shit. Spiders. Keep the spiders on that side of the map. Also the spy doors. Those are doors that only spiders can go through. That's how they get into your room at night, by the way. If you're ever wondering why you wake up and there's like 5,000 spiders in your bed, it's because they came through the spy doors. Shit. We might be in a pickle. Bloodshot Ramparts to me is peak Borderlands. Have you fished for the secret room on this floor yet? I haven't, but mostly because it's the curse of the question mark. And then I'll have to spend like 9 hours finding out how to get back to the boss fight. But we may not have a choice. Crumbs. Losing that second heart really hurt. God, I hate Curse of the Question Mark. I swear, I honest to God swear. The devil... You know what, let's get lost and use the moon. That sucks. It will help us charge the book, and that might help us out a lot. But... 4.22 damage is not where we want to be on the mom fight. Even with a 6 rate of fire. In a game about guns, the shooting itself was serviceable at best to me personally, so there really isn't much left for me in Borderlands 3, especially after what I'm hearing about the riding. I found the riding so far to be heavy-handed. Definitely a come down from Iconoclasts, but much like you say about the shooting, it's serviceable. I'm not good at shooty games. Like, I'm really not good at shooty games. So, the less than stellar shooting actually makes it easier for me to hit things. Like, I can semi-reliably, although not with my current build, I can semi-reliably get headshots with sniper rifles, which is something that I really can't do in other games. So, I kind of take that as a feature and not a bug. I'm having a fair amount of fun with the new Siren character. If we decide to do Borderlands 3 on stream, which is not decided, but if we do decide to do it, I really want to play Tank Girl. So I decided to go with the Siren build for, like, my own personal run, and I've been having a good time with that. She's got a ground pound that does splash damage to everything, and a lot of splash damage to everything, which I appreciate. She also has many arms, and I'm always down with many arms. She's a much cooler Siren than Lilith, and roughly as cool as Maya, but for completely different reasons. Okay, the devil card helps us out. We're not dying here. We've got so much to live for. We've got to get to the islands. You know, any island. Not a Dawn of the Dead reference. Not a remake Dawn of the Dead reference. Shit. If I could, I would just tank the fucking damage. And be like, you know what, hell with it. We'll make up the health next floor. Thank you. And we are Guppy. Okay, how do we play this out? Alright, grab DB. Grab these 2 hearts. Get our hairball. Thank God for Guppy. Oh shit, Simon, I didn't even notice. Oh damn, mate. Yeah. Rip. Super rip? I got so wrapped up in getting to Mom and talking about Borderlands that I completely missed. Oh god, now I feel dumb. Okay, for Hive, Curse of the Tower is an item that drops 5 bombs every time that you take damage. Usually it's a really big problem unless you've got, like, sad bombs and a lot of damage, you can clear out the room. But generally gets you killed. Except we also have an item called Pyromaniac, and Pyromaniac will... That's okay, we got 7 lives. Pyromaniac gives you immunity to bombs, and if you have red hearts, will heal off of bombs. 1 red heart for each explosion. So, with our current build, Pyromaniac would have been... Curse of the Tower would have been awesome. Except I completely forgot that we had Pyromaniac, and I left it like a nudge. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go get some pot shards so I could scrape off this shame, but that was a big miss. Probably not a miss that would have drastic effect on the run, since we picked Guppy. And Guppy should see us through, especially with Dark Bum as a backup. But it would have been a fun synergy. It would have meant that we would have had to take damage, and that would have made things a bit dicey with our HP, but it would have been a hoot. That's another fault of Borderlands. Yeah. Randy Pitchford curse strikes again. I should have known better.
48
nice.
Hour energy.
Give me more batteries, I beg of thee. Curse of the Tower is like one of those items you never take if you can help it. Yeah. About the only time I take Curse of the Tower is if I have bomb immunity, or if I've got something like Sad Bomb's Brimstone. Because then I'll just... It's fun to take the damage just to clear the room immediately. There's no purpose here, but I'm gonna fight the angel anyways. Just because I can. And I like to take up space just because I can. They didn't give us a key piece. That's really weird. I almost forgot I'm boycotting Gearbox to the point I'm not picking up any of the Homeworld games anymore. That's 100% fair. Gearbox is an eminently boycottable company. Why do you give us Guppy's head now? Game, what are you thinking? You are so dumb. Does that extend to not buying things used? Or is that just boycotting new? Or is that, like, not engaging with anything related to Gearbox? Because, like I said, I haven't decided if I'm going to stream Borderlands 3 or not. But if you didn't feel comfortable showing up in the stream, then that would probably swing my decision to not streaming it. Which I would be okay with. Don't feel like your comfort... Wait, hold on, I want to say this correctly. Don't feel like you have to set your comfort levels aside for my streaming. That's, I think, covers what I wanted to say. Sad cat stuff. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Jesus, that's... This is not the best day to become Guppy, is it?
Hematemesis.
Homeworld's PC exclusive IRC, so no need for me. Oh no, used for me. Honestly, Gearbox are such an upsetting studio because if they would just get rid of Randy, almost all my real complaints about the studio would melt away. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, one thing I don't know about Gearbox, which may or may not be random related, is what Gearbox's crunch culture is like. Because that, if they've got a, as common for a lot of AAA studios, if they've got a really negative crunch culture, that would also make me feel pretty bad about supporting them, even if Randy were gone. But I don't really know what it's like there, aside from the Randy stuff. Because he kind of sucks up all the oxygen in the room, doesn't he? For all I know, they could be running slave turkey farms for all your turkey kickboxing needs, but it would never be reported on because, you know, there's Randy being the goose. Maybe that's Randy's purpose. Maybe that's why they keep Randy around. Maybe Gearbox is up to its nipples in all kinds of shitty shenanigans, but nobody ever notices because Randy just does something stupid again. God, that would be depressing. Abusive CEO with assaults staff members, you can probably assume they have a crunch culture under his leadership. Right, but I guess what I mean to say and didn't really make sense saying is, would there be a continuing crunch culture without Randy at the helm? You mean like defrauding Sega? Oh, I remember something about that. Damn it. The defrauding Sega thing is like my favorite game dev horror story. What did they do to Sega? That would definitely be shenanigans, by the way. Organizational change is hard, though. Yeah, like, every time, way too little, way too late game. Every time I've seen organizational change in a company, like first-hand experience-wise, it's always been towards the negative. It's never moved towards the positive. Gearbox got the license to make... Oh, okay, Aliens Colonial Marine with Sega. Yes, then we're definitely on the trolley. We are familiar with that story. Where the frock is Isaac before my brain melts? Also, is there a Kazi stream tonight? That's Guppy's head. I hate Curse of the question mark. With a passion bordering on disinterest. No, that's not how that line goes. I'm sure there's a different level of passion that we're working with here. I think there's a Kazi stream today, not 100%. Alright. I just want to make sure that I stop in and say hello before I completely pass out. But I don't know how long I'll be able to stick around for it. He wants to play something a bit more chill today. That's fair. The Resident Evil 5 stream was genius, but I could see being fairly frenetic. It's a shame that we couldn't see, because we were watching through Kazi's side of it, and it's a shame that we couldn't see Mr. Blobby. I don't know if you ever got that problem fixed during the stream. I know that you could see Mr. Blobby, Simon, because you posted the pictures in Discord, but we couldn't see it on Kazi's end. What is this room? I may pass out prior. Hype, if you're feeling really tired, like, don't worry about staying on my account. We are going to be wrapping up after this run, and it should be probably just another couple of minutes, because we're almost on the last floor. But yeah, like, definitely sleep comes first. Why are you tanking this damage, Risu? You don't need to tank this damage. It's dumb. If there's a Kazi stream, I will definitely have to skip out on it because after stream fatigue over here. It's understandable. This has been a fun stream, but this has been a long set of runs. Like, almost absurdly long. We're gonna continue RE5 on Saturday. Excellent. We have quad fish Sundays. Simon, how many fish can you stick up in there? Because there's got to be a limit, right? There's got to be a point where you just have, you can't carry any more fish. You'll be all fished out. It'll be like fish and one green herb. Just give me an Emperor card before everyone dies. Ooh, Tech Zero. I see where we're saving the best for last game. That's fair. To anyone who has issues with loud, repetitive sounds, this might be a time to mute the stream, because as much as I love Tech Zero, it is kind of egregiously noisy. Emperor? Also not the Emperor. I do miss when streams here start at 2 AM here, but life is life shape. I wish I could start the streams at 7:30, but... Oh, wait, no, the 2 AM streams were the afternoon streams, right? I mean... The problem is with the... If I did Sunday afternoon streams, I wouldn't have any time to really do anything else, unfortunately. Because I like the afternoon streams as well. We got to see some folks that we wouldn't normally see because of the schedules, but yeah. As one issue about the job is just how time works for me now and what kind of time I have available to play or have a life, to do basically anything. And I think if there's anything that's going to push me out of the job, it'll be that. And probably push me out of the industry, because from what I hear, other companies are not better, and in fact are kind of worse because there's overtime with them. I like doing what I'm doing, but it's time, you know, it's time. Of course, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do if I don't do this job, so that's also a thing to consider. You weren't here to see me say I started Dead Space Extraction, and Dead Space 2, but never finished them because too spook. There's a screen cap of my quad fish inventory if you scroll up to last Sunday in the streamer chat channel in Kaz's Discord. I will have to check that out. The Thursday stream started at like 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. for you? Yeah. Because the time zone differences. Because they were 2 p.m. for me. Dead Space and Dead Space. Yeah. I can send that unlisted vid of stage 1 if you still want to see it, Risa. I would love to see it, Spooky. I don't know, I didn't call you Kronos there. But I would absolutely be interested in checking that out. If you want to send it to me direct, or if you want to put it up in LRS's Discord, but I will definitely take a look at it. This was a really good stream. The runs were not really good runs, but got to do some Borderlands got to do some Borderlands talk, which was actually kind of nice. I mean, to talk a little bit about my feelings. Haven't really gotten all of them coalesced into one coherent package yet. We didn't talk about violence in the workplace, but I did post about that in Discord, so you can get the skinny and the DL there if you like, which is probably better. Umberkin, I'm sorry that I didn't realize when you first came into the chat, but I'm glad that I picked up on the fact that you weren't Chronos much quicker this time. And I really need Twitch to give me more contrasting colors for people, because all the blues and purples blend together for me. I don't think I have color blindness, but there's definitely an issue of actually seeing these. This Isaac is Isaac Clarke, actually. That kind of, I think you could kit bash the settings together, Simon, to get a Dead Space Binding of Isaac, like, lore to connect the games. We'll have to think about that. Wait, wasn't that Extraction? Oh no, but you did say that you played iOS Dead Space between Dead Space and Dead Space 2. Yeah. I didn't know about that, but I'm going to have to look it up. Yeah, everyone, thank you. Thank you so much for dropping in. Thank you for spending a couple of weird hours with me and making time in your weeks and evenings to do this. Or, well, perhaps mornings or early afternoons, depending on where you are. But I think this does wrap it up for us, Disco About. So, from me, Disco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigasamurata, sayonara, see you, and ciao.